Welcome back to another review, this time from one of my favorite shows, Doctor Who. And boy, does it feel like Christmas as we get a Doctor Who Christmas special. Feels like it's been a long time since we've been in the rotation of getting Doctor Who Christmas specials. We just came off of last season where we just dealt with, Shuti got was first season, his 8 episodes, a lot of mixed reviews, a lot of mixed opinions about the season and how they felt about this Doctor. I feel like everybody's first season of every Doctor, they kind of and then the next season they're like, oh, okay, I really like this guy. But I had my opinions about the whole last season. I still thought it turned out very well. Despite my opinions about the use of the bioregeneration, uh, again, yeah, you just left too many unanswered questions with leaving David Tennant's 14th Doctor just marooned on Earth with another TARDIS. And as a friend of mine would say, the separate but equal doctors. Um, but yeah, so we come back with new Christmas special coming December 25th. Going to be on Disney Plus and BBC Play UK with Joy to the World. This time we come back as Shuti's doctor comes back, and he just left his companion there. And again, we get a doctor that's by himself and trying to figure out what to do. As we get used to this new regeneration. But we get right back into the Christmas. It feels real festive. They want you to feel it, the holidays with this episode, and that's one of the really things I really do like about Doctor Who. And I'm not even like a big Christmas guy. But like I said, this time we have make sure I get the name right. Nicola Coughlan from Bridgerton, who's coming in as Joy, and she's going to be accompanying the Doctor on this adventure. Now I can't say too much because I don't want to give obviously don't want to give too many plot points away. But this episode is this episode is written by Stephen Moffat, who pretty much did seasons 5 through the end of Capaldi before it switched over to Chris Chibnall. And then and of course, some of the episodes from the original re-release with Russell T Davies. But this episode, we get the Doctor like on his own, pretty much trying to figure out what to do. And of course, something always catches his eye. He has to get a call to action to get right in there. This time we jump right into a very festive time hotel as the Doctor has to figure out a plot that might destroy the world as usual. Everything's like up to destroy the universe or destroy the Earth, which is, if you watch Doctor Who, you know that's the plot of the entire thing. But like I said, the Doctor's going undercover. I also do like that they have an established main wardrobe for the Doctor, because like throughout the like entire last season he like changed clothes like every episode. Granted, it was only like 8 episodes, so you definitely got a Doctor that had different outfits on. And not to say that the Doctor has not changed outfits before, because we definitely see that throughout previous seasons. But like I said, like we get to see like the main outfit. So the brown coat, multicolored shirt, stuff like that, or the orange shirt that we get to see like with this episode. I gotta say, the villain in this episode didn't really do anything for me. Just really kind of just left me like, man, I'm really ready for this next season. I'm really happy to see the Doctor back in action. I thought this was the overall story involving Joy is very cool. Like I said, they find a way to make this festive. But Doctor Who don't always got to be sad, man. every season don't always got to end in tragedy. Like, I feel like can we get a happy ending for once? Like even the ending of the last season, it was kind of like, okay, cool. We ended on a happy note for our companion character, Ruby Sunday. But then it's like, all right, the Doctor's still kind of like, all right, I gotta go. And then we still got a lot of mess on the table. We get a little bit of the Doctor who in this particular episode where I love those Doctor Who episodes where he is by himself, because you get to learn a little bit more of the Doctor. Sometimes like when the series is guided through the eyes of the companion, we really don't get to see the Doctor as much or get to know the character of the Doctor as much sometimes, because the story is just constantly moving. But we get a Doctor like really learning how to slow down a little bit. We get a doctor who's more understanding of humans, I think, in this particular episode, and just understanding life in general. Because, like I said, I mean, we've pretty much picked up from a doctor where he's kind of like restarting himself and retired to a certain extent, where he's just like learning how to actually live. Like I said, they said before, where he's been running this entire time and running from this, running from that, where we start to see the doctor actually enjoy it a little bit more, and with the people that's around him, and definitely appreciate that more. And I definitely, like I said, I like those episodes where you see the doctor by himself, the companions, elsewhere. And this is one of those episodes. Joy does not play a Joy. I don't want to say she doesn't play a big role, but she doesn't. I don't think she has as much input in this episode as Ruby does, or the other characters that's normally with the Doctor. I would compare this to like Voyage of the Damned with like Kylie Minogue. Again, those episodes where like the Doctor has a companion for like 5 minutes. Was it Land of the Dead? Where that entire David Tennant joint where he's like randomly with different people. This kind of what that feels like. But it's a really fun episode. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. The overall, like, not my favorite Christmas special, but like I said, I'm glad to get more Doctor Who. And like I said, we get to see a more patient Doctor. I just wish we could have done more with Joy in this episode. That's like my only biggest gripe about it. I thought the use of special effects was really cool in this. I would have liked to have seen more TARDIS, but that's always my complaint. That could just be a budget issue, or they just didn't have the set for that at the time. But I would have liked to see more TARDIS in use for this episode. They clearly have a cash grab here with the color change, sonic screwdriver, for the theme. This one is red. I think they're already selling the sonic screwdriver. But yeah, we get to see a little bit more of the Sonic. And just like I said, just the way the Doctor handles the situations here, the way he talks to people, the way he's now dealing with his life going forward. Like I said, this definitely leaves a lot on the table that I really, really want to see. I really want to see what's next for the Doctor, because God only knows that season's not gonna come to like April or whatever we get that next season. But like I said, I'm really excited about the future of Doctor Who. I like to see now that Ncuti's back. I'm 100% in this role, and it does not have anything kind of biding his time. When we get a full season of Ncuti, like I said, I didn't have a problem with the last season. Like, I think they made very good use of not having Ncuti on set, especially with the episodes with like Ruby and stuff like that. I just wish, I do wish, and I miss sometimes like that. Those kind of filler episodes kind of fill in some of the story and gives you more time with these companions. And I think that was kind of like the biggest issue with Ruby, is that we just didn't have enough time to really build that friendship between the characters. And then she drops off and she gets sent with family. But with Joy, again, this is like, I don't get your hopes up that she's going to stay aboard. Like she's another 5-man companion. She goes, she comes, whatever. But overall, I like the episode, but it's not my favorite Christmas special. Like I said, it just the companion did nothing for me quite personally. The story was but like I said, I just felt good watching Doctor Who, especially around Christmas time. To see this again. I don't want to sound like it was terrible or anything, but it's definitely not gonna be like my top list of stories. But like I said, I'm just happy to see Ncuti on screen doing this thing. Like I said, overall, good to have Doctor Who back for Christmas. Let me, if you guys watch this, or if you had opinions of where you think this is going, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the episode. Joy to the world. Doctor Who coming back on Christmas Day. Like I said, it feels good to be. It feels good to have Christmas back. I will say this is not a spoiler. There is no trailer for the next season going forward. So if you get to the end of the episode, don't expect to get one of those Doctor Who. Next time, you're not gonna get that. So don't even look for it. But like I said, I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing where they go with this, because we left off with Mrs. Flood. We beat Sutek. still a lot of stuff on the table. If you guys follow the Doctor Who news as I do, you know kind of who's coming up and where the Doctor's going. But I can't wait to see what we get next from Doctor Who. Like I said, still one of my all five favorite shows. Like I said, the episode's not bad, just not my favorite. Like I said, I could watch this and probably not go back to it. But again, Doctor Who: Joy to the World coming to Disney Plus and BBC iPlayer December 25th. Make sure you check it out. Let me know what you thought about it below in the comments. I could be wrong. But on that note, I'll see you guys next time, and hopefully we can go through time and space together with another review. See you.
I